Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into photography, but maybe not in the way you're used to. We're going to look past all the gear, all the technical settings, and get into something way more personal, finding your unique photographic voice. It's all about learning to see the world in a way that is 100% yours. So let's kick things off with this really powerful idea from the street photography legend Garry Winogrand. What he's saying is, a great photo isn't just a perfect copy of what was there. No, it's a new thing entirely. It's an image that has its own life, its own feeling, its own story.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we make photos that are more interesting than the thing itself? Well, in this explainer, we're going to show you how to shift your whole mindset. It's not about what camera you have, it's all about developing your personal point of view.
And this right here, this is the key. This is the mental flip you have to make. We're trying to move from just being a human copy machine, just recording what's there, to actually creating an image that says something about you, your feelings, your ideas, your unique spin on a moment.
I absolutely love this quote because it takes all the pressure off, It's not about getting that one perfect preconceived shot. It's about getting out there, getting into the world, and just reacting. You embrace the chaos, the happy accidents, because sometimes the best pictures are the ones you never saw coming.
All right, so let's get practical. Let's dive into a super simple, but I promise you, incredibly effective exercise I call the One Camera Challenge. This is your first real step toward finding that unique photographic eye of yours.
Okay, the rules here are designed to do one thing: strip away every single distraction. Just pick one camera, your phone is totally fine by the way, and leave all the extra lenses and gadgets at home. This forces you to focus on the one thing that matters: seeing. Just explore, move your feet, and, this is the big one, do not look at your screen after every shot. Resist that urge. It keeps you in the moment, looking for the next shot, not judging the last one.
And this brings up such a huge point. When you find something that grabs your attention, don't just take a picture and leave. Linger. Seriously, dance with your subject. Get super close, then step way, way back. Get down on the ground. Find a way to get up high. You need to work the scene until you feel like there's nothing left. You will be amazed by what you find when you stick around.
Okay, now we're going to touch on a few technical ideas. But here's the thing. I want you to stop thinking of these as rigid, boring rules. Instead, think of them as creative tools. They're like different brushes for an artist, instruments you can use to shape your vision and bring it to life.
Photography literally means drawing with light, right? So let's start there. Start actively looking for interesting light. For example, what happens if you put the sun right behind your subject? Well, you can create these incredible dramatic silhouettes that turn a person or an object into a bold, graphic shape.
Now, what if we move that light source over to the side? Side light is like a magic wand for texture. It rakes across surfaces, creating tiny little shadows that make every single detail pop right out. This is how you give a flat, two-dimensional picture a real sense of depth and form.
And hey, do not be bummed out by a gray, overcast day. That's not bad light, it's just different light. It's basically a giant free softbox in the sky. It gives you this beautiful, even light that's absolutely perfect for capturing subtle colors and complex patterns without any distracting, harsh shadows.
All right, our next creative tool is something called field of view. It sounds technical, but it's really just a fancy way of asking how much of the world does your camera see at any one time? And changing this, even a little bit, can completely transform the feeling of your photograph.
This slide nails the creative power you have. A wide-angle lens, it just throws the doors open. It pulls the viewer right into this big, expansive scene. A telephoto lens, on the other hand, it's more like a spotlight. It zeroes in on your subject, creating a really intimate feeling. Neither one is better, they just tell totally different stories.
Now focus. Oh man, it is so easy to get lost in the technical weeds with focus, but for this challenge, we're going to keep it super simple. Forget all the jargon for now. Just ask yourself one simple question. Is the most important part of my image sharp? If the answer is yes, boom, you're done. Move on.
And finally, let's talk framing. For this challenge, you have my official permission to be a rebel. Go ahead, tilt your horizon. Put your subject dead center in the frame. Forget the rule of thirds. Just play around and see what feels right to you. Oh, and one really crucial rule here. No cropping your photos later. We want to see how you framed the world in that exact moment.
So you've done the walk, you've taken the photos, but the truth is, the most important part of this whole journey, the part where you actually learn and grow, that happens now. It's the art of review.
Remember how I said not to check your photos while you were out shooting? This is why. By putting some time and space between making the pictures and looking at them, you get to see them with totally fresh eyes. You're not caught up in the excitement of the moment anymore. You can actually be objective and see your images for what they really are.
This right here, this is the engine of your creative growth. It's a simple but incredibly powerful little cycle. You do something. You go on the photo walk. Then you review. You sit down and analyze what worked and what didn't. And then you plan. You figure out what you're going to try differently next time. This loop, over and over again, is the secret to developing your eye.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? What have we been building towards? It's really about creating a new framework for how you approach your photography, a new way to practice the art of seeing.
So here are the key ideas to carry with you. First and foremost, focus on developing your style, your point of view. Second, make reviewing your work a habit you never skip. It's absolutely critical. Third, always be aware of what's going on around your subject. The background matters. Next, never ever take just one shot. Always be moving your feet. And finally, become obsessed with light. Chase it, study it, and use it to make your photos sing.
Let's end on this piece of wisdom from the master himself, Henri Cartier-Bresson. Look, the technical stuff is important, but only so you can master it and then completely forget about it. It should become second nature, just an extension of your hand, so you can focus on the thing that really matters, seeing the world and sharing that vision with others.
And so, we end with the only question that truly matters. And it's one that only you can answer. So grab your camera, any camera, head out the door, and start the journey. Start discovering your own unique point of view.